Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video, and we're continuing with part 2 of Muldoon's log. The last one was pretty crazy so far, and last we left off was the Dilo exhibit being introduced, and then I guess Muldoon finding out that they're spitters, or they have the ability to spit, so things are getting very spicy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that last video, and of course for this video as well, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and or hype the video, of course, if you feel it deserves it. But enough yapping for me, we got dinosaurs to watch. Let's get into it.
Si, senor.
How?
It spit on him.
Oh yes, she a pretty girl.
Have you had a chance to watch the footage, Jerry?
See, they say most of the dinosaurs are scary, but the Dilos
What
are
do you
probably the
think?
most
Have you seen anything like this before?
disturbing.
Not with the Dilos, no.
Is that ability to spit?
What exactly did the foreman say to you he saw?
I ain't trying
He
to put
said
up with
it
that.
spat at Manuel.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, looks like
And
he
Manuel
fell.
was on the retaining wall?
Yes, we're talking some 50 feet up, Jerry.
Wow.
Yeah, he
said
wouldn't
it
have survived
spat
that.
something, hitting Manuel in the face.
Oh, he
The
got
man
up
begins
actually. You can see in the
screaming,
bottom. He got
complaining
up.
he can't see. He said he stumbled blindly towards the barrier and fell over the wall into the
Oh,
enclosure.
yep, there's the Dilos.
Yikes, that's crazy.
He survives the fall, tries to stand, starts shaking, and then the foreman described him as not moving. I sounded the horns. You know more than anyone how the Dilos are pretty responsive to the horns. And Arnold told me all of them are in the holding pen now.
Where are they taking Manuel?
Probably Bahia and Nasco.
Okay.
Yeah, those things.
Where are you now?
I'm heading to the holding pen to see what I can find out, Jerry.
It's a miracle you
To the
didn't get eaten.
rear of the river cruise is the Dilophosaurus holding pen. This pen is used to round the animals. Jerry Harding accidentally discovered that the Dilos are particularly responsive to the sound of horns. So horn
Really?
recordings are
That's an
blasted from
interesting
speakers around the
characteristic if they're
Dilo
trying to
paddock
the horns.
that help herd the
Wonder
animals
how that works.
into this holding pen. The pen is deliberately maintained several degrees cooler and at a lower light level than the surrounding paddocks because the Dilophosaurs carry a known genetic skin disorder, which leaves their skin unusually susceptible to ultraviolet exposure. Prolonged
Ultraviolet.
sunlight results in rapid sunburn, blistering, and possible secondary infection.
Ah, is
For
that why they weren't
reason,
out to the
shade is
exhibit in the original
paramount
Jurassic
in their
Park?
enclosure. You'll
That would make
notice that
sense.
within their enclosure is dense canopy cover. Artificial and controlled lighting cycles limiting UV exposure. The cooler, darker environment keeps the animals calmer, reduces pacing, and prevents visible skin damage. It's quite a small area, and there are 7 animals in here. The Dilophosaurs are painfully shy dinosaurs. InGen made 2 batches
Shy.
of them, and Henry Wu was quick to jump on the idea of having the most up-to-date recreations, and began work on sequencing the genome of Dilophosaurus sinensis, the newer of the Dilo species, fossils of which having been excavated as recently as the 80s. This species is smaller, and there's 4 of them in here. Hammond saw the 4 adults Henry had recreated and wasn't too impressed. He insisted Henry genetically engineer the Dilophosaurus weatherilli, the larger of the 2. 3 of them were cloned, and
Ooh, I
both
wonder if
species
this is
live
going
in
to
the
be.
same enclosure here at Jurassic Park without issue.
I'm not going to jinx it yet.
I
but
want
I'm
to
about-
show both
if they
species
show it, I'm
if
about to nerd
possible.
the hell
Both
out.
are nocturnal, so it's very likely that they are sleeping at the moment.
Oh,
Here we go. This is Dilo sinensis, the smaller species. These guys are less prone to the sunburn skin issue, yet I have witnessed peeling between the crests if they're out of the shade for prolonged periods of time. These guys grow
Pretty
to about
docile,
4 foot
considering.
tall and are mostly timid, yet they start to become curious about you pretty quickly if you hang about them for a bit. However,
okay.
they tend to be pretty quiet most of the time. Sorry, girl. Back to sleep.
Yeah, just very timid and docile. Oh, yep, the trills. Such a a beautiful yet disturbing creature. And now she's starting him.
Hear that?
Ooh.
If you didn't know there were Dilophosaurs here, you'd be forgiven in thinking that what you're hearing is the hooting of an owl. But it's no owl.
Is
That's
this what
the
I think
call
it
of
is?
Dilophosaurus
Oh,
weatherilla.
I'm about to nerd out.
They actually creep me out. Like I said, they're the larger of the two species, but they're actually quite attentive to people. I would say the closest thing to them would probably be Australia's cassowary. But they are quite remarkable animals. They tend to deeply focus on their handlers and study them closely. And they have what I believe to be a very haunting characteristic. And I want to document such. She's right there. If I can just
Ooh.
get her to step
Oh, I think I
out.
see her like right there in the middle fence. Oh, that hooting. Ooh. Imagine a big ass raptor hooting at you like that. I'm good. Look, see, that's the muzzle right there, isn't it? The right? That looks like it. Oh yeah, he went past. He went to the left. It's to the right. Ooh. Hearing that at night? Pants soiled. Yep, there it is. There's the big one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, where'd it go?
Shit!
Oh.
This is why they creep me out. See this behavioral display? They seem
Yep.
to size up their opponent in an attempt to intimidate equally sized threats. As you can see, this girl is quite a bit larger than the sinensis species, the green ones.
Yep.
She stands
She's
at about
huge.
8 foot tall, which already gives a cassowary a run for its money. But this display would make anyone fear for their lives. The first time I encountered this animal was on orientation to the park, and it was nighttime. This thing nearly made me fire an entire round into my pants with that creepy sway and hooting it does.
Oh,
but it's
100%.
absolutely a beautiful animal with that jaguar-like hide and those red crests atop its head.
I was gonna say.
That's a chopper coming to collect Manuel from the Dilo enclosure.
Oh, look, see?
I'm waiting for them to airlift him out, and then I want to enter while these girls are still in here.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick because I'm gonna nerd the hell out. So yeah, for Dilophosaurus, in actuality, Dilos. I'm sorry, I'm a dino nerd. But yeah, Dilos. The Dilo on the right is actually what Dilo sizes are supposed to be naturally. Because again, for those that don't know, Dilophosauruses don't have frills and they don't shoot the venom. That's just a Jurassic Park mutation thing because they filled in the gaps with the frog DNA. But the one on the right is actually more accurate to what Dilophosaurus sizes were in actuality. So that they were huge dinosaurs, like comparatively. I think they were part of the like early Jurassic period or late Triassic period, if I remember correctly. But yeah, these things are huge. And that thing there, the big one on the right, in the book, if I recall correctly, is the one that kills what's this dude? The fat dude with the Barbasol can. That thing kills him actually. And the movie was the small ones. But no, in actuality, the book says the big one did. And the death of the fat guy is gruesome. Let's just say, you think Jurassic Park was gruesome like the movie? No, the book was way worse.
But by the looks of it, it'll be evening
look at
before
how tall
Regis
it
makes
is.
the call to allow any of us to re-enter the enclosure. He's the park's PR person, and what that means here is he needs to make sure any accident is promptly contained.
That
and
fence
no
is too
one
small.
asks
That thing could
questions.
jump that easily. There's no way it can just. Yeah. Ooh, look at that color paint on it. Oh my god.
I'm now in the Dilophosaur enclosure proper. This habitat is currently part of two major rides at the park, the electric vehicle tour and the Jungle River cruise. The back end of this paddock leads up to the retaining wall that poor Manuel fell off. I've become so curious to see something that I thought I saw when I first peered down off the wall, and then later thought I spotted in the footage.
So wait, he's in the Dilo exhibit. Are they still in there, the Dilos, or did they take him to like containment? I hope he brought him to containment because I hope he's just not walking in here. Because
Here's the retaining wall. And here's where Manuel landed. The poor soul's helmet is still in the water.
Yeah,
and
let's
this is
see.
the interesting
The
part
spit.
that I wanted to take note of. This black substance pooling around the helmet. Let me take a closer look.
don't touch it though. Do not touch it. You don't want any neurotoxins or whatever that thing has in your system. Don't touch it.
On the water here, I don't like thick, black,
And he
almost
touched it.
tar-like. Not
Oh,
natural
God.
runoff, not oil. It's viscous.
I feel like that
Doesn't
Australian
smell
dude that
like
tells us all
anything I
about the poisonous animals in
recognize.
Are you
Australia.
sure it isn't
Like, it has
decomposed
full
plant
of
matter or
neurotoxins.
resin? That enclosure's humid, plenty of biological breakdown. Don't touch your face, whatever you do. Does
Yeah.
it feel warm? Any reaction
to
on
that.
your skin?
You heard that raptor
Negative
cry?
on the heat. It's cold, actually. But it's not sap. Sap doesn't coat like this. It's not like honey.
Dilophosaurs aren't known to excrete anything like that. Are there injuries on the dilos? Any signs of illness?
That's the troubling part. I checked them after we herded them into the holding pen. Clean, alert, no visible trauma, no lethargy. Yet this substance is on some of the railings atop the wall Manuel fell from. I can easily understand slipping on something like this.
You're implying some kind of defensive secretion, Muldoon.
Yep.
I'm moving in deeper, Jerry. I'll sweep the perimeter first, then work inward.
Oh,
If there's more of that
God.
substance,
Why are you getting in there?
it won't all be on bare rock.
Proceed slowly. Dense vegetation traps residue. Anything expelled with force will settle low once gravity takes over. Watch for patterns, not just accumulation. Smears and streaks, pooling at the base of stems. That's where behavior leaves its fingerprints.
Water's cloudy here, silt and organic matter, but nothing stands out yet. No sheen on the surface, no discoloration. If this were waste runoff, I'd expect a gradient. There's nothing consistent.
That's why the lower vegetation matters, Robert. Fecal waste follows predictable patterns. It breaks down quickly in
Rex is
water,
crying in the
disperses
distance.
evenly, clings loosely to plant matter. You'd see diffuse staining, microbial bloom, a smell, ammonia, sulfur compounds. It certainly wouldn't appear elevated unless carried by flood surge, and the jungle river hasn't flooded to that scale.
So if it's concentrated under the brush,
Then it suggests deposition, not runoff.
I'm checking the bases now. Nothing, just rot, mud, and insect life. Normal decay. If this substance was here recently, it's not widespread. Whatever happened, it happened in a narrow corridor.
That narrows the event window. It means the worker didn't stumble into a contaminated area by chance. He intersected it. And if
Yep.
there's no residue beneath the vegetation elsewhere, then this isn't a chronic biological byproduct. It's episodic.
I don't like episodic animals, Jerry. Especially ones we think we understand.
Yeah.
Coming up empty so far. No pooled residue in the low spots. Either it was cleaned by the rain or it was never meant to linger.
Or it was precise. Used once.
Mark my words, Jerry, there's more to the dilos than we know.
Yeah.
I've reached drier ground now, no standing water. If that black substance was carried by runoff, it should thin out here.
We'd need to examine the cellular architecture under
Oh,
light
God,
microscopy.
Muldoon, you are
If it's
mad
fecal
lad for
in
walking
origin,
around here.
You'll see fragmented plant cells, microbial
God, hearing the other
colonies.
dinosaur
If
cries
it's
in the distance,
secreted
I would not
tissue,
feel safe
you'll
walking
find
around.
organized
Even if they
structures,
remove the dilos from here.
glandular cells, protein matrices.
Remember, there's still
So you're looking
raptors out
for
and about
intent
still,
again.
so we gotta...
Design versus waste.
Precisely. If it's a bodily secretion or there's an enzymatic agent involved, histology will show proteins, crystallized enzymes, or storage vesicles.
Let me run something by you, Jerry.
Sure.
Is it possible that this substance is a kind of venom?
Oh,
Yep.
Picture it like this. That substance behaving like a hunting aid. If it can be expelled accurately, it explains the splatter height and why a man lost his footing so fast. A blinding or incapacitating agent meant to immobilize a prey item without a prolonged struggle.
venom as a projectile.
Yes, spitting
Yep.
cobra style.
That would require specialized anatomy, not something that appears accidentally. Fossil records never
Is that a
suggest
broken into gate?
But I will admit our animals are
no,
already
it's just open.
diverged from expectation.
We sedate one and conduct exploratory surgery. Check the maxilla, the jawline, the neck. If there are glands, ducts, anything resembling a storage structure, people are getting hurt because we're assuming limits that may not exist.
Yeah.
Muldoon, you know John would kick up a stink about putting one under the knife for the sake of exploration.
True, but let's say he's on board and we confirm anything even close to the idea of these animals being venomous. Containment protocols must change immediately. The river cruise cannot stay as it is. Open boats filled with people. If these animals can project something outward, distance and shielding become mandatory.
Oh god.
You all right,
Oh.
Muldoon?
Yeah, Jerry. Complete.
God, they got me go with that
Cleanup
one.
crew are there.
They're feeding on something, Jerry.
Compies.
Looks like hatchling birds. And Jerry, there's that same black substance.
Small prey wouldn't require physical restraint. This aligns far more with envenomation than blunt force predation.
If the
Oh, God.
Dilophosaurs did this, they didn't need to chase or climb. They let this substance do the work.
Venom used on prey implies a deliberate targeting behavior. Enough to kill birds, possibly enough to paralyze a man.
That means we're done pretending this is theoretical. Birds today, workers tomorrow, guests after that if we're careless. This confirms it for me. These animals are hunting, with more than teeth and claws, and the park is not designed for predators that hunt from a distance.
And watch
Yeah.
yourself around the compies. Don't let them nip you.
Yeah.
This is one of 7 lookout points along the length of the
You don't
jungle
wanna get
river
bit by
throughout the
the-
park. This
by the
one
compies,
peers
'cause they
into
got
the
venom.
Dilophosaur enclosure
A numbing
specifically,
agent in their bites.
but the others look out onto Sauropod Swamp to see the apatosaurs and hadrosaurs, etc., with the river eventually winding through the aviary.
River cruise.
Still far from completion, but the general idea
By the way, fun fact, real quick, not to pause again. The river cruise here, there's a scene that happens in the book that was taken and used in Jurassic World Rebirth or Jurassic Rebirth. I forgot the name of the movie, but that river raft scene in that movie was based off the book, although poorly executed in comparison. Honestly, the book scene was way more terrifying.
is guests can join the river cruise at any one of these 7 entry points, board a raft, and sail past several enclosures to get that up-close and personal experience that Hammond wants for all his guests. There's still a boarding ramp and jetty and things to add here, with the date of completion being somewhere before the end of next year. Yet, regarding the Dilos specifically, Hammond definitely won't be thrilled about the idea of having large segments of this ride change so drastically. He's always said that he doesn't want his guests to feel like they are watching animals in a zoo. Getting them close to the animals is something he won't budge on. He always says everyone in the world has a right to enjoy these animals. Enjoy being the key word, not just
Yeah.
view them, but enjoy them. But with safety in mind, either some sort of glass barricade needs to be erected alongside the electric fences to prevent the Dilophosaurs from shooting guests in the face with what is potentially venom.
There's water sounds.
Or
Is there
the
something swimming in
rafts
there?
used on the Jungle River ride need to be enclosed. Both options call for
Muldoon,
divorcing
you might want to check the
park
water.
visitor
There's
from the
something in there.
attraction. And if I know Hammond, which I do very well, he won't want to explore either option. I've got some movement in there. One of the Dilos might be taking a swim, which is rare. They can swim, but all the workers here have never spotted one actually crossing water. So this might be a first.
Okay, so I think it's a Dilo. Okay, I guess that's fair. Yeah, he probably put them back at this point since he left.
No way.
Oh, it's a raptor.
Come on, Arnold. Pick
Yeah,
up,
but the
damn it. Come
raptor-
on. That's
What is a raptor doing in
definitely
the
a
Dilo?
raptor. I can't tell from here which one it is, though. It looks like the shape of Storm, her head movements, but I can't be sure. Absolutely an adult velociraptor. How did she get out? Damn it, where is control when you need them? Arnold, come in. Arnold, are you there?
Right.
Robbie, can you hear me?
Yeah, Muldoon?
Robbie, where's Arnold?
He's asleep. Why?
Asleep.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m., Muldoon.
2 in the morning.
Shit.
I doubt anyone's in the control room at this hour. What do you need?
I need a raptor count.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that even if I got down there.
Can you meet me at the Jungle River between the Dilos and Sauropod Swamp?
Let me put something on.
It's
Oh,
left the
God.
water.
How did a
Now that I've got
raptor
a
get
clearer
out?
view, I don't think that's Storm at all. I don't know who it is, to be honest, And I don't want to risk shooting and hitting the fence instead. That would create a massive issue.
Mm-hmm.
My best bet is to prevent it from leaving my sight. But how the bloody hell did it escape?
Yeah, what the hell? Then again, remember, there was raptors already out, so who's to say that they haven't already bred and this is another raptor that had been alive for the longest time? That survived, that was unaccounted for. Because again, the system couldn't count past 4 or 3, depending on what it was told to count with the max to.
I don't know what to think anymore. This is messed up.
Oh, see, there's a response call. I heard a response call. Oh, God. Chaos is already happening before even people came to check on everything.
It's making a move. Heading back down towards the water, I think. Shit! There's really no way to get closer without entering the Dilophosaur enclosure.
Yeah. Yeah, Muldoon, you're just gonna have to go in there, honestly.
No, she's back. Oh, shit!
Oh! Oh, she's testing the fence.
Yeah, it's injured herself. No, just going to shake it off. Oh, shit, I need to get closer, but I don't want to scare it off.
I was gonna say, I think it sees where he is. I would assume it could tell where he is, if he's not, like, well covered. Oh, it's relaying that the fence was... Oh,
Damn
yep,
it,
that's
you're not
responsible.
gonna get away from me. She's heading back to the water.
Ooh.
I think I know a way to get downstream and intercept it. But that forces me to enter the jungle river. I was
Yep.
heading towards the north end of the enclosure. And there's only one way to get there from here.
All right, come on, Muldoon. You got this. Whew. See, things like this give you a thrill, just like seeing like the chase of it, but like, if we're me, I'm not getting in there because I'm in the exhibit with the dilos and now a raptor.
If my calculations are right, I think I know exactly where it will pop out from. And I can meet it right there.
Though,
The
then
trick is to
again,
not startle it and have it panic and take a different route, disappearing again.
yeah.
I'm not going to speed through here.
See, the thing is though, he's lucky that the dilos don't get in the water, because then that would make this way more terrifying. But then again, he might have to contend with a raptor in the water, which who knows how that's gonna go. Yep, the dilo exhibit. Compies. Yep. Them dangerous buggers. Oh, there's a dilo. Yeah, just keep going. Stay in the water. You'll be fine. That was a small one, not the big one. But if it was a big one, then ooh. Oh, there's the big one. Oh,
These guys have taken on a whole new level of creep factor. Now that I suspect they spit venom.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Nah, I'm alright. Like, I want to keep my pants clean. I'm alright.
Can't believe it. How one escaped is beyond me. This is the Jungle River Cruise Gate, which should follow through to the north of the Dilo enclosure. My best guess is that raptor should be close, assuming that it's racing in a fairly straight line.
That's if you're right, because it could have taken a whole different path.
Enclosure needs a thorough combing to make
there
sure.
it is.
Shit! There it is. I'm of two minds about this right now. If I positively ID this as one of ours, and Control can track its movements since leaving its enclosure, then I'll be waiting for Robbie with the tranks. Won't be killing it. However, if this is the raptor from the evening of September 9th, yeah, that's not one of ours.
Yep. Ooh, headshot.
I've never seen this thing before. I don't even know what to say. The markings are nothing like the current 3. The composure is off. It's just... I don't understand how this can be. Where did you come from? I've worked with all 8 raptors from the get-go here on Nubla, and I remember them very distinctly.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know how.
What the hell have you done, Henry?
I mean, it does look smaller, like in the boat. So yeah, it's probably a juvenile or a younger raptor based on the other ones. Oh,
Okay, that was definitely a raptor call. Or is my mind inventing things? Come on,
Yep.
Robert, think. You're at the junction between the Dilo enclosure and Sauropod Swamp. There's
yep.
some good 4 or 5 miles between here and the raptors. Their calls don't travel that far, not like the Rexes, whose roars are more resonant.
Oh, the Dilo. Although again, the Dilos are timid, so when they heard that gunshot fire, they probably ran
That
away.
sounds guttural. Almost submerged.
Uh-oh. In the water? Oh god, I don't see anything.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Oh god.
Christ. There's definitely something submerged.
What is it?
No, thank you.
Oh, that was a Dilo. Yeah, that was I think the big Dilo. Damn, okay, so I guess they could just submerge in the water. Oh my god. To think the park was going to this level of shit already. Like, oh my god. And how oblivious do you have to be to not warrant like the safety of everyone with Hammond?
A little early even for you, Robert.
John, I'm calling from the river. I'm alone out here and I've got a body in the raft with me. Velociraptor. Fresh kill. And before you ask, no, it's not one of ours.
Robert, that's quite a way to begin a conversation at 3 a.m. Are you certain? We catalogue every animal on the island very carefully.
Well, yes,
I'm
he knows
certain
it.
enough to have
Oh
put
my
a
God.
round through its head. Patterning's wrong, builds unfamiliar. And it was nowhere near the enclosure it should have been.
Animals wander. You know that better than anyone, Robert. How often are you finding the Othnielia wandering in the stegosaur paddock?
You're joking.
Island Nubla isn't a museum display. It's a
Oh,
living
God.
system. Henry assures me.
With respect, John, Henry isn't the one walking into the jungle at night. Something's off. Between my sightings of a fourth raptor a week ago, the juvenile Rex finding a baby raptor, and now this, it feels like pieces moving without us authorizing them. Something nefarious at play, I dare say.
Yep.
You sound tired, Robert, and understandably so. But nefarious is a very strong word.
Strong
Park
word.
is built on redundancy and oversight. Henry Wu has every genome, every behavioral parameter well in hand.
That's precisely what worries me, but let me bring up a more concrete topic once again. The raptors being moved to the holding pen. I wasn't given a reason, and I'd like that reason. Raptors
Yep.
don't get relocated casually, John. They notice things like that.
There are adjustments planned, improvements. The current
Adjustments.
enclosure needs to be modified, and it's simpler to remove the animals entirely during the process.
Adjustments
Oh,
for what?
God.
All right. Confidentially, and this does not leave this call, we're preparing a new batch. Next year, Isla Sorna. Refinements
Oh,
have been
Isla
made.
Sorna. Yep. The
Temperament,
quill ones.
visual appeal, some cosmetic considerations that will play better with the public.
You're
Oh,
making
God.
raptors friendlier.
Presentable, Robert. awe-inspiring rather than alarming. Think of it as evolution with intention.
Raptors don't belong anywhere the public can see them, John. Not behind
Yep.
glass, not behind moats, not behind a chipper tour guide recording in a car.
Imagine it. Velociraptor Valley. A dedicated attraction. Elevated paths, reinforced barriers, controlled sightlines. People would come from all over the world.
People would die from all over the world. These animals test fences for sport. They probe. One failure, one oversight, and it's chaos. They should all be destroyed.
You're
Yep.
being an alarmist again, Robert.
I'm being experienced.
I was gonna say,
I value that experience, Robert, truly. But the park cannot be run on fear.
Then let me give you another reason to be cautious. The Dilophosaurs. Harding and I believe they may be capable of projecting venom. We've found residue, secondary kills, patterns that don't align with any known waste or secretion.
Venom-spitting Dilophosaurs. You see why that sounds sensational?
No, I see why ignoring it would be
Sensational.
convenient for InGen. We want authorization for exploratory surgery. One animal, controlled environment, confirm it or rule it out.
Surgery introduces risk, Robert. Stress, infection, fallout, etc.
oh my
etc.
god, it's one
These
specimen.
animals are expensive, Robert.
Workers are more so.
I won't approve invasive procedures based on suspicion alone. Henry would also object strongly.
Henry
Oh
isn't
my
the one
God.
cataloguing bodies.
That's enough. I hear your concerns. I truly do, Robert.
You're not hearing them.
And I will think about it. But for now, get some rest.
And this dead raptor before me?
We're building something extraordinary here, Robert. Don't let the darkness of the jungle convince you otherwise.
The jungle doesn't convince me of anything, John. It just shows me what's already there.
Yeah.
And that doesn't answer my question.
Deliver it to the East Dock in a container, and we'll use it for lab sampling on Site B. Good night, Robert.
Wow. I don't think you've
Yeah.
understood the nature of my concern one bit, John.
I understand that you've had a rather action-packed adventure at night, and the adrenaline of the outing has caused you to be overly animated about your findings.
Overly
The computer
animated.
does not make errors counting our animals.
Oh,
So
God.
I'm a mixture of saddened and relieved to say that you're the one that's made the error.
What?
Which I'm not blaming you, of course, Robert.
Oh my
You've had a long
God.
night and you're tired.
What is
So I
this? Why are you
suggest
blaming him
getting
for
some
is
much-deserved rest. The park needs its game warden at his best.
Just arrived at the East Dock.
Okay, hold on. I gotta pause that for a second. The amount of gaslighting that Hammond just put on Muldoon when Hammond is just a dumbass rich person and Muldoon is a seasoned hunter of like he's done this. He knows animals, he knows these creatures, and he knows dangers when he sees it in animal recognitions and patterns. Why would you not trust him and when he says something is wrong? You hired him for that reason, but now you're telling him no, it's sensational, all this, all that. I'm like, do you realize people are dying and you're just turning a blind eye to it for the sake of showing up these animals trying to play God? Oh God. Hammond truly was a pretentious rich asshole in the book. Oh my God. I'm glad that they did him a different way in the movie, but yeah, in the book, oh, he was just a straight up asshole. Oh
Muldoon.
God.
Thanks for that, Robbie.
What are you thinking?
I don't think I am, not properly anyway. There's too much going on in my mind to wrangle without sleep.
You've been up all night.
Robbie, Hammond didn't sound fazed by the fact that there was a raptor on the loose. He almost sounded like he was happy to have it killed and make it disappear.
You know, Hammond always dodging InGen's questions. He probably just wanted to keep it under wrap.
Absolutely a Hammond thing to do, but I almost feel slightly gaslit. I've worked with these animals since day one.
Yeah.
There were 8 of them. I documented 5 deceased, and now there's one unaccounted for in the loading container with you. Is there something I'm missing, Robbie?
I was under the same impression as you, Muldoon. I haven't worked with the raptors as long as you have, but a quick cursory glance at the body, and even I could tell you that it physically looks different to the 3 in the enclosure. So I'm confused.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh
Easy.
god.
Easy does it.
Yeah, look, see, he was there when they first hatched.
And hold. Hold it there. Easy.
Okay, Robbie, I'm going to hang out with my best friend for a bit, then head to sleep.
Okay. Have a good night. Or
Jack
a good
Daniels.
morning at this point.
Thanks. Bye. Is this thing off? No, I don't care. Spared no expense.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, it's still recording, but why are we here at night? Uh-oh. No, don't tell me that's a raptor. I swear to God, don't you do it. Oh.
Ray, I need last night's river feed pulled up. South. I want to see what your system logged.
All right, but I'll say this up front, Muldoon.
The Rex
If it
paddock.
moved through the water, the system can't see it, because the movement of the water and the
Oh, yep,
convection
there's
rising from
Rexy.
the surface screws up the sensors. We're not just counting shapes here, Muldoon. Every animal has a distinct profile. Pattern recognition, movement signatures, it's not just eyes on a screen.
I want to see what the computer has
Hail
to
the
say
copies.
about a certain animal from last night.
The computers don't count animals the way people do. They don't say, that's a raptor. They say, that's asset ID 307, exhibiting behavior within expected parameters. Each animal's tagged visually and behaviorally, like a fingerprint.
And if one doesn't match a fingerprint?
Then it's flagged as temporarily unknown. Environmental anomaly, false positive. The system assumes the roster is correct and filters anything that doesn't belong. Shadows, reflections, birds, overlapping heat signatures, foliage movement.
So if there's an animal that shouldn't exist, the computer politely ignores it.
Until a human tells it not to.
Aha, see,
The tally-
look, see, he just said it right there. See, the system ignores it unless it's told to catalog that species. So again, back from the beginning, it said there was a max of 4 raptors. It could never count past that point because it was never told to check higher than that. Once it confirmed at least 4, it stopped checking. That's what the problem was, because there was more than there was supposed to be.
Is a closed loop, Muldoon.
I called it.
We
I knew
start
it.
with a known number, and the system maintains that number unless instructed otherwise.
Exactly.
These animals don't just pop into existence. Births are logged, deaths are logged, transfers are logged. The assumption is order. It doesn't look for what it's not told to expect. That's a waste of computational power. Raptors, for example, are counted because they already exist in the database. An unaccounted one has no label to attach to. It works 99% of the time.
And the remaining 1%?
That's why you're here instead of trusting the screen. Look, here's the river segment. What timestamp are you after?
Around 2 a.m.
Here's the Dilo enclosure.
Yeah,
Here's
let's see.
you.
What's that?
It's a temporary label while the computer figures out what to classify something.
Yep.
What's in the raft with you?
So if something was cloned, or hatched, or moved without being entered,
Then it gets designated this label until it causes a cascade failure. Missing animal report. Look, Muldoon, computers are very good at enforcing assumptions. They're terrible at questioning them. That's still our job.
then I want the assumption challenged. At this point, I'd rather see the truth than a clean spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Can you rewind and follow that label to exactly the point when the computer first picks up on it?
Near this drainage pipe is the first sighting. It
The
occurs a
drainage
little
pipe.
before midnight. No digital footprint anywhere before that. Why do you ask?
Nothing, Arnold. It's been neutralized. I need to let this go.
No. Wait, he's not gonna let this go. He's going to that drainage pipe. Oh, the door's still open. Hey, it's Muldoon.
Good morning, Tony.
Morning, Muldoon.
It's not like you to be late for the boat at the East Dock. You didn't even close the lookout door on your way out.
I didn't. I could swear I did.
Doors wide open.
I guess I mustn't have then. Sorry, Muldoon.
No harm done, Tony. It's all right. Just don't want a rat or something coming shit in here.
Fair enough. Actually, I haven't seen a rat over there in ages.
Come to think of it, neither have I. I'll leave
no
you
rats.
to it, Tony.
Uh-oh.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
If there's no rats anywhere there, that means they're being eaten, which means the raptors are in that vicinity. Oh God, it's nope, no sorry. I'm not looking forward to this. Oh God, yeah. See, things are just cascading.
Ray, I'm not the greatest with tech. Can you see what's happened with my lapel cam?
It's out of storage, Robert. You've been recording continuously for hours. No overwrite permission, no compression. I'll offload all the footage. Congratulations, you've officially documented too much.
All right, call me when it's ready.
So they're getting rid of the footage, so they couldn't see the
Robert
raptor go inside
Muldoon,
there.
Game Warden.
Oh,
Inspection log for September 18, 1991. This is the animal handler's corridor adjacent to the Jungle River in the Sauropod Swamp exhibit.
What is this exhibit for?
These guys are normally always waiting eagerly for staff. Ah, here we go.
Hey, it's the paras.
Beginning
Parasaurolophus.
inspection of the Parasaurolophus and their enclosure. 3 subadults present, all accounted for, all crowded near the feeding
Their
gate.
names are very tough to
despite
say.
the
I remember as a
paddock
kid, I
being
always said it wrong,
otherwise
but it's
open.
Parasaurolophus.
That alone tells me more than any
Or
chart.
Parasaurolophus, whichever
Animals
one you
gather
call it.
where patterns have rewarded them before. They're sleeping at the gate instead of grazing, calm but expectant. They are usually fed special supplemental tablets, huge tablets. The tablets provide the animals with the amino acid lysine as part of the lysine contingency.
Yep, lysine contingency.
Our resident whiz kid Henry inserted a gene into their genetic makeup that prevents all InGen's dinosaurs from manufacturing lysine. Therefore, they depend on receiving the amino acid exogenously from us, otherwise they'll go into a coma within 12 hours and expire. Since these animals are part of an ecology long vanished and have no predators in the contemporary world, this keeps a check on their growth. They have been genetically engineered to be unable to survive in the real world. They can only live here in Jurassic Park. Parasaurolophus has always been logged as compliant, low risk. I don't like that label. At this size, risk isn't about temperament. It's about mass and momentum.
Yep.
Each one of these animals could flatten a fence or a man without meaning to. When herbivores kill,
I mean, it's the same thing with like
usually an
rhinos and
accident.
hippos. Like
Except your odd elephant,
they don't
rhino,
eat
or
meat,
hippo.
but like they could still screw you
That
up.
doesn't make the outcome any better. They're resting flank to flank, smallest kept toward the center. That's herd behavior, not coincidence. Even in captivity, they maintain protective geometry. It tells me they still think in terms of threat vectors, even if nothing is immediately present. Their crests aren't active this morning, but they usually make low calls, sub-audible. You don't hear them so much as feel them through the ground. We record frequencies, but I'm not convinced we understand what's being said. These sounds travel farther than our fences. Through soil, through water, through rock. There's a strong possibility they're communicating beyond the enclosure, and we simply lack the instruments to interpret it properly.
Help as a
I've
copy.
seen them do this before storms, particularly. Before maintenance vehicles arrive. Once before a containment alarm that hadn't yet triggered. They react first, our systems come online second. From a
Oh,
warden's
okay.
perspective, that makes them early warning animals,
Yep.
living sensors. The troubling part is that they may be responding to things we don't yet recognize as threats.
See, that's the thing, though. So you got to keep an eye on them. Honestly,
The
if that's the
enclosure
case,
itself
you
is
always want to monitor
wide,
the
scenic,
parasaurolophus.
open by design, excellent for visibility, poor for control. If these three panic,
Yeah.
there is no graceful failure. There is only a stampede.
See, you got up
Fences
here
are
in
rated
direct
for
roar.
pressure, not intent, and intent doesn't matter when several tons decide to move at once.
Yep.
I've noticed repeated contact points along the same sections of the perimeter, not ramming, not testing, just habitual presence, standing, leaning, listening. Animals map their world the way people do, through repetition. Given enough time, they learn exactly where the edges are. People like to think intelligence equals aggression. That's a comforting mistake. These animals remember handlers, feeding schedules, changes in routine. They recognize individuals. I've seen them track someone with their eyes long after that person has left their field of view.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of awareness doesn't disappear just because we
Yeah,
label them
look at it.
gentle
Just staring at
giants.
Muldoon.
There's an ethical problem here we don't like to discuss. These aren't decorations. They're thinking, sentient, social animals being asked to live as background scenery.
Yeah,
When
pretty much.
something intelligent realizes it's being observed, but not understood, it changes how it behaves. Quietly, patiently. Her vocalizations are increasing now, still low, resonant. She's not distressed, but not idle either. This is social communication, coordination. These calls don't stop at the fence line, which raises an uncomfortable question. What else is listening? And whether those listeners associate these sounds with safety, food, or opportunity.
Yeah. God damn. So much different like layers to this. Yeah, listen to the humming. See, that I could feel. If I was there, I would feel it in my body. It has like that audio pressure with it. Yeah, let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. Look in the back left corner. Look right up there. Right up here. You probably, hopefully my model isn't covering it because I can't tell right here. But right back there, there's a raptor. There's really a raptor right there. What the hell? How is it in the paddock with them? Yeah, and it's moving.
Everything here
How does
appears
he not
normal,
notice it?
healthy animals, clean enclosure,
Yeah,
no
let's see the
visible
raptor.
stress markers, and that is precisely when I pay the closest attention.
Oh, yep, it just moved. Oh,
In
and now
my
it's gone.
experience, disaster doesn't announce itself.
Ooh.
It waits until everyone
Oh
is
my
satisfied.
god. Okay, so
the
that's how they
system
hit
is
the
working.
raptors.
Logging this as a
did
routine
it go?
inspection, though I don't believe in routine anymore. Animals are calm. Feeding platform remains the focal point of
I
attention.
finally found one of the secret
Herd
raptors hiding
cohesion is
about.
strong.
Oh god.
Environmental sensitivity remains high. No immediate action required. Beautiful animals. End of log.
See, now that makes sense as to why they're hugging by the fence and protecting the child.
Plumbing on this island is not exactly complete. In the main park, moats and sewerage runoff have very primitive drainage setups at the moment. I can't shake the feeling that the drainage system is linked to that raptor's appearance in some form or another. But
Yep.
Hammond said to forget about that raptor, so that I've just administered the lysine pills inside the feeder.
The raptors.
Two of them are taking the tablets now, Storm and her sister. They don't chew, they lick them. They don't hesitate once the scent is right. Meat is the only language they understand. And that's the problem. Lysine isn't food to them, it's an intrusion. We dress the tablets in fat and goat's blood and hope instinct does the rest. It usually does, provided we've made them hungry enough. And that's the part no one likes to hear.
Yep, you have to
They
starve
don't
it.
get fed for 7 days prior. 7 days of nothing. No live prey, no goats, no cows, nothing. We let the hunger sharpen them until the smell of the tablets overrides their suspicion. It's effective, but I won't pretend it's humane. It's a compromise born out of stubborn biology and our refusal to redesign the animal from the inside out. You can't reason with a predator that only eats what fights back.
Yeah.
We've tried alternatives, injectables in prey animals, time-release capsules, aerolized supplements. They learn too quickly. The moment something feels wrong, they remember it. And all it takes is one bad experience and you've lost the method forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
These animals don't forgive patterns, they break them. I'm watching the third one now, the big
one. Yep.
She
Just
hasn't
in the
moved
back.
in with the others. She's at the far end, just inside the tree line. She's still just watching, not distracted by the show, just observing. Sometimes she refuses the tablets outright, waits until the others are done, then sniffs about the perimeter. Hunger doesn't blind her the way it does the other pair. Could be dominance. Let the others expose themselves to a potential
it's
risk
looking at
first.
Muldoon.
See if there's a consequence. Could be stress from hearing that fourth raptor's call the other night. We've been cycling the gates more often, running drills. They feel that. They feel everything. Or it could be something simpler. She's just not hungry enough. That worries me more than defiance. She's thinner than last mealtime, but not weak. There's a difference. She's conserving energy, not losing it. Watching angles, listening. She's learned that feeding time is when people are closest, when routines are loud, when mistakes happen. If she doesn't take the tablet within 3 days, we'll have to isolate her. Separate administration. And that carries its own risks. But the lysine lasts about 2 weeks in the raptors. Every animal metabolizes at different rates, but if the big one doesn't take some lysine supplement in the next 72 hours, she could slip into a coma. This is why I keep pushing for alternatives. Transdermal delivery, implanted slow-release delivery.
See,
Anything
honestly,
that
with this,
doesn't
the big
rely
one,
on
I would just let
starving
her
an
die.
intelligent animal into compliance. You can only corner a predator like this for so long before it starts planning around you.
Yep.
Hunger sharpens memory, doesn't dull it. The other two are finished now, tablets swallowed. They're irritated, expecting more that isn't coming.
Yep.
The big one hasn't moved. Still watching, still thinking. If this were the wild, I'd say she's choosing the better moment. In here, it means she's ahead of us again.
God, I don't trust that thing. Yep. See, there's the other raptor coming up.
Seems like they've disobeyed her.
Yep. They made her mad.
Oh!
Yep.
I know I said I'm done with following this up, but there's one more large drain that
The
I
hunger
just
stick
remembered,
controlled them,
and
so
I can
they're more
access it without
willing to attack
entering
the fence.
any enclosure.
Oh, hell. These raptors, they need to die. They need to get going. Get. I don't trust them. You couldn't pay me enough to do this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. There it is. There it is. A raptor egg. So, yep.
Oh, wow.
A group confined of mostly females have
I
breeded.
want your take, Jerry, before I start making unpleasant assumptions.
All right. First thing, shape and thickness matter more than size alone. In Costa Rica, you've got large ground nesting birds that could surprise you.
great curassow, the crested guan, even jabiru storks near waterways.
The shell's pale, slightly porous, not heavily calcified. Doesn't scream stork to me. I've spent enough time around birds to know when an egg doesn't fit its landscape. In Kenya, we used to track nests by shell fragments alone. Ostrich, vulture. You learn the difference fast. Thickness, curvature, how the shell breaks. Stork eggs fracture chunky, uneven, like broken crockery. This is cleaner, lighter.
Then let's widen the net to reptiles. Iguana and basilisk eggs are leathery, usually collapse rather than fracture, so probably not that. Crocodilians lay much thicker shells. Snakes lay clusters, soft-shelled. If it's shattered cleanly, that rules out most native reptiles.
That's exactly the issue. It doesn't fit neatly anywhere, which means it doesn't belong on the list altogether.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that, but yes, we have to consider park animals. Now, that doesn't automatically make it a viable egg. Many species will lay eggs under stress, hormonal imbalance, or the absence of mating.
You're saying one of our animals could have laid it without being pregnant?
Correct. Birds do it all the time. Domestic hens lay infertile eggs constantly. Even some reptiles will ovulate and deposit eggs that were never fertilized.
And dinosaurs?
In captivity, cycles get confused. Light, diet, enclosure, stress,
What was that
it
that just
all
jumped over?
interferes with the reproductive process. There's no reason that our dinosaurs wouldn't share
What
this
was that that
behavior
just
with
jumped over?
modern-day birds. If a female is cycling and there's no successful mating, an infertile egg is absolutely possible. It would explain why there's no embryonic material.
Well, the shell is dry. That still leaves the question of how it got into the drain.
Drain systems are collection points. Water carries debris, Muldoon.
You get what's causing me to be concerned, don't you, Jerry?
Muldoon,
Yeah.
even if this is the work of one of our animals, it doesn't prove reproduction. Remember, Muldoon, they're all female. I've seen the Maiasaura produce membranous sacs from their cloaca, which implies egg-laying behavior in the absence of males. Should their diets be higher in calcium, these membranous sacs would be converted to infertile calcified eggshells. Yet there are no babies inside them.
All right. Then I'll log it as incidental.
Oh, there's
I
copies.
think that's the most informed call to make here, Muldoon.
Understood. Ending the concern here.
God. Nah.
Just give her some time. The
I don't trust
container's
it.
been sitting here for 20 minutes now. Doors unlocked and wide open.
Oh, is there a
Hydraulics
new
disengaged.
edition?
Everything as it should be. Sometimes they step out immediately, sometimes they don't. Animals that come from Site B tend to take their time,
Site
since
B.
the ground smells unfamiliar to them. This one's no different. Drizzle's settled in. Of course, it has to rain on the day of the transfer. Good weather for keeping things calm. Bad weather for moving anything that weighs several tons. This animal came over from Sauna, a subadult, old enough to be wary, young enough to still
Subadult.
adapt if we don't rush it. The paddock's been cleared to give her space. The other three are held back for now. Acclimatization with herd animals isn't about introductions. It's about absence. Letting the land speak first. Letting her learn where the ground dips, where the fences hum, where the wind carries sound. Weather complicates everything. Wet air carries scent farther. Mud holds tracks longer. Every step she takes out there will leave a record for the others to read later. That can help, or it can set the tone wrong if she panics.
Oh, yep.
This is always the longest part. Waiting, watching a metal box in the rain, listening to the animal breathe.
What dinosaur is this?
You start thinking about what happens if she bolts, or refuses to move, or decides the container is safer than the paddock.
See, if I were to work here, working in the rain would scare me every time.
Subadults
Yeah,
are
that's
the
because I know what
hardest.
happens in the movie, but
Too
like
big
still,
to manhandle, too young to have settled instincts.
Oh, I saw a little breath. Oh,
There.
yep.
She's approaching, sniffing now. She's testing the threshold, smelling the rain, feeling
Ooh.
the vibration of the fence. She doesn't know the others aren't here yet. All she knows is that the world outside the box is larger than the one she's been in.
Yeah, what the hell is it? Come on, show your face. What are you?
Finally, she's trusted. Here she comes.
Hey, it's a stego.
Beautiful animal.
Oh, yep, those doors for plates. Such a beautiful gentle creature. I mean, it can rock you. I ain't gonna lie about that, but yeah.
She's picking up speed. Stegosaur, subadult, not fully grown, but already carrying the weight and armor she'll rely on for the rest of her life.
Yep.
Stegosaurs don't forget first impressions. They're slow, but they're not stupid. A bad start echoes for months, though.
God, look at it.
Look at that Thagomizer.
Yep,
No
the
rush, no
Thagomizer.
panic. Just careful, deliberate movement through the corridor. If she keeps this pace and attitude, acclimatization will hopefully go smoothly. There's a quiet dignity to her that never gets old. No roar, no display, no need to announce herself. She carries all that weight and armor like it's simply part of the weather.
Yeah.
Like she's always belonged wherever she happens to be standing. People underestimate animals like this because they're slow, because they don't bare teeth or chase you down.
Oh yeah, no. You always, anything with that mass and weight, you always respect it because that thing can crush you.
She's investigating her surroundings now, taking everything in, every new plant, every new log, every new tree, every new smell. She's mapping her vicinity. Animals do that instinctively long before they ever relax. They build a mental boundary first, learn where safety might be found, where escape routes exist, where the ground feels firm underfoot, and where it doesn't. Comfort comes later. Familiarity always comes first. You can rush a crate opening, rush an introduction, rush a feeding schedule, but you can't rush that internal map. If an animal doesn't understand its space, it never truly settles in.
Yeah.
That's when you get stress behaviors, bad decisions, injuries that look like accidents but aren't. Out here, the rain, the smell of wet grass, the muted light, all of it helps. Softens the edges, makes the world feel less exposed while she takes her bearings. I saw the same thing years
she's
ago
being
in
very
Africa
cautious.
after we relocated a leopard that had started ranging too close to livestock. First night out of his crate, he didn't go far, just paced about, touched trees, rubbed his face against bark, listened more than he moved. People expected him to vanish into the bush immediately, but he stayed
God, the
within a
Rex calls in
few
the
hundred
background.
meters until he understood the land. Once he did, he was gone by morning and we never had another report. That wasn't fear, that was intelligence. So we need to give her time. Let her decide when this place becomes hers. No other stegosaurs in the paddock yet. They're in their holding pen, so no pressure, no competition, just space, rain, and quiet. When she finally stops scanning and starts grazing without lifting her head every few minutes, that's when I'll know she's settled and we can begin the first steps of incorporating her into the herd. Until then, the best thing we can do is wait. She was transferred here from Sauna to replace the steg that died earlier this month. Hammond is adamant that he wants a minimum of 4 stegosaurs in the park. Night changes the
God.
rules. Everything's quieter, slower, more honest.
Oh yeah.
Stegosaurs are less reactive in the dark, less posturing, less defensive movement. So this is the safest window to introduce her. They rely on
let's see, she
proximity and
hunts down.
vibration more than sight now, which keeps things deliberate instead of explosive.
Oh yeah, look at
See
it,
how
like
the
waving the
matriarch there
Thagomizer.
on the right positions herself? She doesn't approach directly. She angles her body, presents her flank, lets the subadult read her size without forcing a challenge.
This is so interesting to see how the matriarchy works of like the Stegosauruses and how they introduce new members into the pack.
That tail swing isn't a threat, it's a boundary. She's saying, this is my space, but you're allowed near it. The others follow her lead automatically. Herd animals don't vote. They watch the one who decides. The subadults doing the right thing, head low, plates angled back slightly, matching pace instead of advancing. No vocalization, no sudden turns. That's submission without weakness. She's acknowledging hierarchy while signaling she's not a liability. If she were to rush or freeze, this would go very differently. Confidence tempered by caution. That's what gets you accepted.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think now that I'm seeing it for some reason, why are Stegosaurus' heads so small? Like, in comparison to the proportion of their body. It just seems so small.
Now the matriarch closes the distance, one slow step, then another. A brief touch along the flank. That's the moment. Physical contact without retaliation. From here on, the herd recognizes her scent as part of the group. Tomorrow, she'll graze at the edges. Tonight, she stands near the center. Integration isn't instant, but acceptance is. And once a stegosaur is accepted into a herd, it's for life, unless something goes very wrong. That's the stability we build everything else on.
Yep. And there we go. A successful integration into the herd. Love that. Hell yeah.
She has no hesitation tonight.
Oh,
that tells me
God.
the separation's doing its job. Juvenile's here, adult stays in the holding paddock. They just don't get along, and she's growing fast, so they're becoming too close in size now, too much competition. You keep them together and one ends up testing the other, and with animals like this, a test turns lethal fast.
That's consistent with what we see in predators. Once the juvenile starts closing the size gap, tolerance disappears. It's not aggression so much as inevitability. Two apex predators don't share space unless one is clearly subordinate. And she's definitely past that phase. She's growing quickly.
The lysine supplement's gone in an instant. Still feels harsh, starving an animal just enough to make it take a tablet. I don't like conditioning predators to associate hunger with us intervening.
I don't either, but the alternative is worse.
Trust the scientists to come up with some twisted method of growth control, like
juvenile,
inhibiting the
that
animals
color
from
palette.
synthesizing an amino acid.
Just to be clear, Robert, the dinosaurs are incapable of producing lysine. Any carnivore on a protein-rich diet should synthesize enough on his own. What InGen did was alter the metabolic pathway. The enzymes still work, but only with our lysine.
So it's not a deficiency, it's a dependency.
Exactly. The animals can make lysine from their feed, but not the kind they need in sufficient quantity. Their enzymes are optimized, patented really, for the synthetic variant administered in those tablets. Without it, metabolism
so that's how it
slows,
works.
growth falters, neurological function degrades.
At least you don't have to hold.
That's one way to put it.
That's sick.
From a veterinary standpoint, it's elegant. From an ethical one, less so. But it ensures
look at that
containment
wreck.
without visible force. Even if an animal got off the island,
there's
it wouldn't
Rexy.
stay viable for
And a
long.
separate one. Ooh. Yeah, seeing that in the distance with the lightning.
Watching her eat, you'd never know any of that. Looks healthy, alert, dangerous. Hard to reconcile that with the idea that she's only functioning because we allow it.
Most systems work that way, Robert. The illusion of independence supported by something hidden underneath. Remember, you work at a glorified zoo after all.
Yeah.
Still doesn't sit right. Especially knowing the adults out there smelling her through the fence. Two animals, same species, same instincts. One thriving, one frustrated. And both reliant on a chemical we designed. That's not nature, Jerry. That's management.
And management is the only reason any of this can exist, Robert.
For now.
For now. Because yeah,
Muldoon,
chaos is about to
are
go
you
down.
there?
Yes, Ray.
I need you to head to the raptor enclosure immediately.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
It's the big one. She's convulsing, Muldoon. What do we do?
I'm on my
Uh-oh.
way, Ray.
The lysine. Yeah, she has taken her tablets that she's
I see them, Ray.
You
Basically
must act
ODing.
quick, Muldoon.
I've only got the Moro 709 with me, Ray.
We don't have a choice, Muldoon. She'll deteriorate fast if we don't act now. The damage could be irreversible.
Oh god.
Got one, but Storm's made a dash.
I'll follow her, Muldoon.
Oh, don't tell me you're going in there, Muldoon. Don't get
Cover me,
don't-
Ray.
I've got eyes on her.
Good.
Muldoon, please be careful.
I need your eyes glued to her, Ray. We don't have time. I'm going in.
I see her. You're clear, Muldoon.
All right, I'm counting on you this time, Ray.
I won't let you down.
Kill the gate siren for me, Ray.
Done. And I've got a crate heading your way right now.
All right.
Oh god. He's in the raptor paddock with a raptor that took off and has no idea where it is. Oh god. No, 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 no. Muldoon, what
I
are you
can hear it.
doing?
Pilot's
Why are you
giving me
doing
T-minus
this?
40 seconds.
Yep, I see it.
Yep.
She's straight ahead of you, Muldoon. Crouched in the reeds.
The sound of the chopper is probably frightening her.
Yep. Mm-mm.
Update me, Ray.
Hasn't moved.
Oh god, where is she? Remember, never from the front, from the sides. It's never from the front. Oh god, where is she? Oh god, Muldoon, why are you doing this?
Still there, Ray?
Yep. The chopper is going to set down soon.
Where is she? See, why are you standing up like that? See, well, I guess that's for ease of movement, but I feel like being on one
Keep
knee
the bird
crouch
in the
for
air.
an easy roll. Why are you getting closer? Don't get closer, you fucker. Oh god. No, 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 no. Why are you doing this? Oh yeah, look, see, there we go. He's getting on a knee now. To do a roll fast if he needs to. See, that's a smart thing to do when the predator's there. You can roll out the attack. Don't zoom in the camera. What are you doing? To the left. It's to the left or right. Oh no, no, the right. There's a wall on the right. It's to the left. It's got to be to the left. It's not in front of you. Never from the front. Don't trust it. Yeah, he's looking straight forward. I don't see it anywhere on the camera. Oh, Muldoon, what are you doing? Oh god. I'm tense as shit over here right now. Ugh. Okay, come on, come on. Yep, there it is. Ooh. Yep.
What the bloody hell was that all about, Ray? I thought you had eyes on her.
I did.
Your computers are going to get someone killed.
Robert, I don't know
Never
what.
mind. I have to get the big one to Harding.
Yep.
Heading to the raptor
Not from the
pen now,
front, from
Muldoon.
the sides.
Okay, Jerry, the chopper's leaving now. I'll be at the pen in a few minutes.
She had a seizure.
Possibly, I don't know for sure.
Okay, I've got a few vials of midazolam that should work. It's reliable in reptiles and birds, so I don't see why it won't work for velociraptors.
I hope you're right, Jerry.
I'm almost at the pen. I'll talk to you later, Muldoon.
All right, bye. Storm's sister seems she took to the dart. The
Yeah.
dose was meant for Rex, but it was all I had, and time was of the essence.
Yeah, it'd be a miracle they survived. But luckily it was for the Rex because that knocked it out immediately. The one that tried to attack him.
Storm, on the other hand, almost had her way with me. Tail twitch is always a good sign. I'll double check for adverse effects, and then go strangle Ray Arnold.
Yep. Honestly, he deserves it after that, because fuck.
Robert Muldoon, Game Warden, Isla Nublar, Tyrannosaurus Rex holding paddock inspection for September 29, 91. This
29.
here
Oh,
is
we're
our
at the end of the
elevated
month.
viewing deck over the holding paddock, with its only current occupant, the Queen herself.
Oh, yeah.
She's asleep in the open again, no attempt at cover, no effort to conceal herself. An animal with nothing here that can challenge her has zero instinct to hide. That's the confidence of an apex predator with absolute dominance over its environment. We separated her from the juvenile for the lysine cycle this time. Couldn't risk administering supplements together. Too much aggression, too much competition over food. At their size, a dispute isn't just simply posturing. It can accumulate in death.
Oh,
The juvenile's
God.
reaching that threshold where tolerance disappears. So we stagger feedings, isolate them, make sure each animal takes its tablet without the other interfering. It's a strange thing designing animal husbandry protocols around chemistry instead of ecology.
I mean, honestly,
In the
yeah.
reserve back in Kenya, separation meant injury recovery, breeding management, or relocation. Here it means making sure two engineered predators don't kill each other over a medicated ration.
Yep. I mean, yeah, you're not playing by standard rules with these dinosaurs because they're
Any
genetically
effective
engineered.
containment strategy begins with a clear understanding of the animal's core biological and behavioral requirements. With the largest land carnivore the Earth has ever seen, space is the first and most integral requirement. Always will be. People think predators don't require it because they sleep so much. They see this, an animal lying still for hours, and assume the enclosure is adequate. What they don't see is the territory that exists in the animal's own mind.
Mm-hmm.
In Tanzania, a single lioness would patrol a range that dwarfs almost this entire island. Not because she needs every acre at every moment, but because the option mattered. This pen meets the minimum physical requirements. The Rex can turn, walk, feed, rest, but minimum is not the same as sufficient. Large predators require gradients, open ground, cover, elevation, scent trails, variation in
Oh,
substrate.
God. Yeah, that thing looking
Without
at
those,
you.
behavior is affected. They become predictable. Predictability in a predator is not calmness, it's agitation.
Mm-hmm.
The answer that all good zoos provide to counter this is enrichment. But enrichment is a poor substitute for territory. We drag scent trails, vary feeding locations, introduce novel objects she can investigate and destroy. She engages, briefly, then she sleeps again. Not from contentment, but because there is literally nothing left to do.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
hard
much.
from a zoological standpoint to try and understand the requirements of an animal that lived in a completely different world to us. In here, a cow arrives, is consumed, and the world goes still again for her. The separation from the juvenile has altered her patterns. She paces the fence line more often now, especially at dusk. She can smell the younger animal on the wind currents that move through the service corridors. That scent is both familiar and antagonistic.
Mm-hmm.
Kin recognition doesn't override competition in large theropods. If anything, it sharpens it. People assume aggression is a flaw in the animals. It isn't. It's a requirement.
I was going to say,
A
at their
predator
time,
that
yeah, it was required.
hesitates doesn't eat. A predator that tolerates rivals doesn't breed. What we call aggression is simply an evolutionary solution to scarcity. We remove the scarcity, but the aggression remains. I remember relocating a problem leopard near Nakuru. She'd taken goats from 3 villages and had to be moved before the farmers poisoned her. We released her into a protected sector with ample prey. On paper, perfect habitat. For 3 days, she did nothing but circle the perimeter, testing every boundary, scent marking every tree. She wasn't looking for food. She was mapping ownership. That's what this one cannot do. No perimeter she can influence, no rivals she can displace, no territory she can claim. The glass, the concrete, the electrified barriers, they define her world in ways no wild boundary ever could. A river can be crossed, a mountain can be climbed, but a fence hums and kills. We often talk about containment in terms of barriers and fail-safes, but real containment is meeting an animal's requirements so
Damn, he got
completely
so fast there.
that it has no impetus to challenge those barriers. Space, stimulation, predictable resources, absence of chronic stresses. We meet some of those. Others, we can only approximate.
Oh, there
On
she
the
is.
preserve, if an enclosure failed, an animal returned to an ecosystem that could absorb it. Here, failure means an apex predator in an artificial landscape with no checks and no learned boundaries. That's why every protocol matters. Separation for feeding, controlled enrichment, monitoring behavioral changes. There's a tendency to anthropomorphize sleep as peace. It isn't peace. It's conservation of energy between demands that never come.
Yeah.
In the wild, rest is earned between hunts, conflicts, migrations. Here, rest is the default state. Still, she is magnificent, perfectly adapted for a world that no longer exists, confined to one we built for spectacle and control. Our task is to ensure that, within these limits, her needs are met well enough that instinct does not turn into desperation, because desperation is when predators test fences.
Yep.
I almost feel sorry for her.
Honestly, yeah. I feel sorry for the Rex too, honestly.
She's just watching me, Jerry.
Oh, the big
sitting
one.
there like she's deciding whether I'm worth the effort. But I can bet that if this pen wasn't here, she'd try and show me, that's for sure. Like Storm yesterday, almost snuck up on me.
Why'd you put the big one in there?
Ray Arnold and his computers.
Tell me about it.
But she's alert and responsive. This is the first seizure I've documented in any of the park's animals, let alone a raptor.
You're certain it was a seizure and not some toxin or neurological infection?
Positive. Full tonic-clonic presentation. Rigidity, limb extension, mandibular clenching, followed by rhythmic convulsions. I administered intramuscular midazolam. The convulsions subsided within 90 seconds.
And the lysine?
I injected her once she stabilized. At this stage, it's going to be observation, monitor respiration, coordination, pupil response, and watch for recurrence.
You're telling me this happened because she missed a supplement, Jerry?
Yep.
That's my working theory.
It makes sense because
Their
they need the
modified
lysine.
metabolic pathway is dependent on InGen's specific lysine analog.
Yeah.
Without it, systemic stress escalates. Neurological symptoms aren't out of the question.
Imagine that. An apex predator humbled because she didn't take her vitamins.
It's not a vitamin deficiency in the conventional sense,
I
Muldoon.
mean, that's the ultimate way to put down a
enzymatic compatibility.
apex predator.
They can process natural lysine, but not efficiently enough to sustain neural stability without our engineer compound.
So what's the long-term solution, Jerry? We dart them all once a week, drop them cold just to get a tablet down their throats?
I don't like it either. Sedation carries risk, respiratory depression, dosing errors, stress myopathy, but with an animal that refuses oral intake, parenteral administration may be the only reliable route.
She's staring holes through me, Jerry. No fear, no confusion. If anything, she looks irritated that we interfered.
That's consistent with rapid benzodiazepine clearance in theropods. Sedation fades, cognition returns, and they start remembering.
Brilliant. So next time we come at her with a dart, she'll be ready.
If this seizure was lysine related, which I'm completely positive that it was, maintaining her schedule should prevent recurrence.
She hasn't moved from that spot, just breathing slow. like she's filing this away for future reference.
With
Yeah.
her, I would assume she is. Keep visual contact, note any tremors or ataxia, and call me immediately if anything changes, Muldoon.
Understood.
Nah, I don't trust it.
I'm currently in the service corridor between the Rex holding pen and the paddock proper. The adult was returned to the paddock, so both Rexes are back in here now. Tomorrow, we should administer the lysine
they're
to the
back in the
adult
same paddock.
Rex.
Okay.
We can do that by simply leaving the tablet in the enclosure rather than separating, as the juvenile doesn't yet dare to
Oh
approach the
God,
adult while
that
she's
is
feeding.
no.
Here's our
Seeing the
juvenile,
glow of the eyes in the
glowing.
night with the juvenile.
Predators' eyes often appear to glow in the dark
No.
because of a reflective layer behind the retina
Yep,
called the
reflective layer.
tapetum lucidum.
Yep,
It acts
everyone
like a
has
mirror,
this.
bouncing incoming light back through the photoreceptors to improve vision in low light conditions. You
that
tend
is
to see this in
terrifying.
nocturnal hunters like lions or hyenas. She's waiting here, expecting a cow or a goat, since she hasn't eaten in over a week in accordance with the lysine protocol. She definitely looks menacing crouched like that, assessing
Yep.
the gate.
I don't trust it.
She's realized that food isn't coming, so she's off. I must admit, it is good to see her approaching the gate, holding her own. As she grows, she's going to start taking up space, both physically and with regards to marking out her territory.
Oh yeah.
We don't know enough of Rex territorial range, but I think it's safe to say that they...
Oh God. Oh shit. Oh.
This one has a
yeah.
knack for sneaking. I guess this is a perfect example of misconceptions people have regarding animals in captivity.
Yeah.
Earlier today in the holding pen, we saw her behave quite docile and calm. People always complain about visiting zoos and finding the lions always sleeping. Let me tell you, when the sun goes down, they are completely different animals, as are all nocturnal carnivores. And the Rexes are no exception.
Yeah. Just got the jump on it. Holy hell.
Jerry, I thought you said they fed the big one this afternoon.
That's correct, Muldoon. 4 p.m.
The crane's still here.
Oh, I thought they'd have finished up by now.
Me too. I'll call you back, Jerry.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is the feeding gate still open?
Uh-oh.
Christ! Andre! Andre! Close the damn feeder! No, no, no.
Oh God. Andre's not in there. Or is he? Oh God. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Oh, what the hell happened? Ooh. Wait, is that Andre right there? Oh, he got fucking... Oh, he's dead. Oh.
Good God.
Oh, God. Is that the end of it? Oh, my God. That's the end. They're going to end it on a cliffhanger. Oh, my God. Oh, that means season 2, it starts off with a banger. Oh, my God. Holy hell. This series is awesome so far. I love this. As a dinosaur nerd, hell yeah. I'm loving this into its entirety. But yeah, definitely go show love to this. I'll definitely include this in the description down below if you all want to take a look at this for yourselves. But yeah, this series is awesome. And there's already a season 2 compilation that's already been out. So I'm excited to see what happens after that. But oh my God, the fact that the raptor got out, like, I don't even know how the gate was left open for him to like what happened? Did it jump out when the feeder came in and then like attack the worker or something? Like, what did the big one do? I don't know. So many questions, so many more things to find out, but we'll find that out in season 2. But yeah, in the meantime though, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and or hype the video if you feel I deserve it, of course. Let me know what you guys think of this series, and I'll catch you in the next one. And never forget, as always, keep it chill.